helpful for a posterior pelvic tilt, and we can probably close out with that. Carrie Ann, this is great because we talked about this in one of our meetings like not too long ago.
Okay. I don't know if
Oh my gosh, you weren't there. I think you were traveling for your anniversary. I think that was, I'm like, how funny. I'm like, you don't remember that? Okay, never mind. Half of us talked about it in a meeting.
Okay. Well, tell me what you discussed, Emily.
Gosh, I totally didn't realize that. The tower would not be the first choice to address, the single pedal tower would not be the first choice to address a posterior pelvic tilt. This might be a time when Carrie Ann's order of operations would come into play. So glad you asked that, because if your pelvis is posterior on both sides, for example, and your lumbar spine has a difficult time extending, we do have to look at a few components here, the pelvis, the femur, and the spine. But if your lumbar spine is flatter or more of a sway back, the pelvis is tilted posteriorly or tucked under, this would be a great opportunity to utilize the double pedal tower, especially as you progress down to the bottom, to get, as she was saying, the lumbo-erectors to turn on and your pelvis to tilt relatively forward to a more neutral position. So the double pedal toward the bottom could help facilitate that.
And it absolutely does, which is why, I don't know if we lost her who asked the question, but that's why it was uncomfortable for me to stay in that double pedal, because I am anterior. And so I was going more anterior, staying there. So it absolutely can be beneficial. The other thing, the double pedal, the other thing that we can do to help facilitate a posterior tilt, assuming we're going into it level, is we can put a roll, like a little roll, or roll up a towel under your lumbar spine. And what that does is it kind of gives you a fake it till you make it approach, where you get a little faux curve and then your muscles start to turn on in that position, so that you're giving your body that position. And then you can take it out and, see if it's still there, go down and test it. But it's sort of it's training, right? Just like sitting can be training, just laying on that can be training, and getting those erector muscles to turn on.
Yeah. And remember too, as we're talking about this, we are talking to a population of unique individuals. So not one size fits all, right? So we definitely are speaking more toward trends. And, but if you have questions about your individual posture or what might work best for you, or if you tried something and you're like, this was actually really uncomfortable for me, we have to look at the whole picture versus just, oh, I think my pelvis might be tucked under, so I'm going to give this a try, So we're here as a resource to help you. You can reach out to Egoscue Boston or Egoscue LA, but yeah, just in general, that's what you're trying to facilitate. You're trying to facilitate a proper lumbar curve and a neutral pelvic tilt.